Well, hi there. I'm so happy you found me. My name is Jordan, and this is the Slow Tech, a cozy little place where we can just sit on back and chat about technology, slow living, and whatever else happens to cross our path of intentionality. Like this iPad Mini 7. All new, fresh out of the oven. The big little iPad everyone is talking about. So, let's talk about it. All right. You got me. I lied. So I apologize. I'm so sorry. I did lie, but this isn't actually the new iPad Mini. It's the old one. But I bet you couldn't tell, could you? Yeah, they kind of look the same, pretty much the same, the old ones and the new ones. But if you really want to know how to tell them apart, what you gotta do is check out the backside. And I know what you're thinking. I know, Jordan, I know, I get it. I'm not big on backsides. I like the front sides. And you know what? Me too. That's where all the action is, after all. But in this particular case, the backside is actually pretty important, because that is where Apple made their absolute biggest change to the next generation of iPad Mini. See, right here on the old one, it just says iPad, and that is, that's pretty good branding. Well, I mean, if you ask me, it's like it's kind of saying, just because it's small doesn't mean it's any less of an iPad. Just iPad. Because it says so on the backside. Of course, if we're continuing the whole backside analogy, I suppose this little mark here might be the equivalent of what we used to call tramp stamps. I know it's a little bit of a derogatory term, I suppose, and I also suppose if we follow that analogy to its inevitable conclusion, well, I suppose if Apple wanted to, the classy thing to do would be to, remove the iPad label altogether. Now, maybe that's not the best for branding, but gosh, it sure would be classy. And I mean, the iPhone doesn't have a tramp stamp, and I'm pretty sure no one's complaining about that. Anyhow, where was I? Despite what you and, I might think is classy, Apple went ahead and changed the label on the iPad Mini 7. But instead of following their, typical legacy of minimalism, what they actually did was they went and added a word to that metaphorical tramp stamp. See, the new iPad has the word mini next to the iPad, and well, even though the old iPad Mini was just as good as any other iPad, I guess, because they changed the label on the new one. What that means is that the new iPad mini is uniquely an iPad mini, unlike any iPad mini that came before the latest iPad mini, which, again, is not this iPad mini. So, there you go. That's how you know whether you're looking at a 6th gen iPad mini or the new 7th gen iPad mini, which again is not this iPad mini. I really hope you found this helpful. It seems to me like technology keeps getting more and more confusing. So, it's important to slow down, take a beat and really understand how something fits in our lives, or even if it should fit in the first place. That's all for this one. Again, I'm Jordan. I certainly hope you're you, and this is the iPad mini 6, not the 7, which you can tell because of the tramp stamp on the back. Bye.